Breaking news. Philippine Coast Guard receives powerful surveillance planes. The words flashed across TV screens and smartphones. And honestly, in a country of more than 7,000 islands, this was not just a headline. It was a promise, one that really thrilled both sailors and seaside communities. For the first time in years, hope soared as high as the new planes that landed on Philippine soil. The arrival of these aircraft was definitely not a quiet event. Engines roared, flags waved, and Coast Guard officers stood proud. Families gathered to watch, and students cheered. Even fishermen paused from their daily routines, kinda wondering how these new eyes in the sky would change their lives. Across the archipelago, the message was clear. The Philippines is taking control of its vast blue backyard. The Coast Guard's sky upgrade signaled a turning point. It was a moment when technology, teamwork, and national pride really came together. This was more than a simple delivery of planes. It was a declaration that the Philippines would now see further, act faster, and protect better than ever before. The announcement was met with excitement not only in Manila, but in every province. From the busy streets of Cebu to the quiet shores of Palawan, people felt a sense of security. Why? Well, because the sea is the lifeblood of the nation. It feeds families, connects islands, and carries the country's hopes. For decades, Filipinos have watched news about disputes in the West Philippine Sea. They worried about fishermen chased away or foreign ships seen in the distance. Now, with these new planes, every barangay feels the government's promise to protect its people, especially those living closest to the waves. Children in remote towns dream of becoming pilots and coast guards. Parents feel comfort knowing that rescue is now just a call away. Patriotism fills the air as everyone realizes that these planes are not just machines, but guardians of peace and prosperity. In this upgrade, every Filipino is a passenger. They are all on board for a safer, stronger, and more secure future. The West Philippine Sea is rich in fish, oil, and gas, but it is also a sea of tension. Foreign ships often sail close to Philippine waters. Sometimes they act like bullies, blocking boats, building on reefs, or ignoring laws. These actions threaten not just the country's resources, but also the safety of its people. For years, the world watched as small Filipino boats faced off against larger, more powerful vessels. Fishermen told stories of being chased or having their catch taken. Coast Guard patrols did their best, but the sea is wide, and their tools were few. This is why the West Philippine Sea is more than just water. It is a symbol of the nation's struggle for respect. It is also a test of the country's ability to defend its future. The new surveillance planes are a direct response to these challenges, a way to watch, record, and respond with strength and wisdom. Every flight over this contested sea is a message. The Philippines is present, alert, and ready to protect its rightful place. Before the King airplanes, the Philippine Coast Guard relied heavily on ships and old helicopters. These methods had limits. Ships are slow and can only see as far as the horizon. Helicopters have short range and can be grounded by weather or mechanical problems. This left blind spots, places where illegal activities could go unseen. Surveillance used to mean waiting for reports or relying on fishermen's stories. By the time help arrived, incidents were often over. Evidence was hard to collect. Smugglers, poachers, and even those breaking safety rules could disappear into the vast blue. The Coast Guard did its best with what it had. But as threats grew, it became clear. Old tools were no longer enough. The sea changed faster than the patrols could keep up. The nation needed a solution that could match the size and importance of its waters. Now, with the arrival of new technology, the Coast Guard is ready to leave those limitations behind. Enter the King Air surveillance planes. Sleek, fast, and filled with the latest technology. These aircraft are not just for flying, they are flying command centers. With radar, cameras, and sensors, they can see ships from miles away. They can spot illegal fishing, track smugglers, and guide rescue boats to those in danger. Each flight gives the Coast Guard a bird's-eye view of the nation's sprawling coastline. The King Air can cover hundreds of kilometers in a single patrol. It can stream video and photos in real time, sending data instantly to command centers on land. This means faster responses, better evidence, and stronger law enforcement. For the first time, the Coast Guard can watch over the entire archipelago, day and night, rain or shine. The planes can even work together with ships and drones, creating a shield of safety that was once only a dream. The King Air is more than a machine. It is a symbol of modern Philippine strength and readiness. Behind these new planes is a story of partnership. The United States did not just deliver aircraft. American experts trained Philippine pilots and mechanics. They taught them how to use the King Air's advanced systems. They provided spare parts and technical support to keep the planes flying safely. The partnership goes deeper than hardware. It means sharing experience, intelligence, and strategy. Coast Guards from both countries now work closer together. They learn from each other, conduct joint exercises, and share best practices in maritime safety and law enforcement. This cooperation builds trust. It shows the world that the Philippines is not alone. Allies stand with the country, ready to help defend peace and order. The upgrade is not just about new technology. It is about building a network of friends and supporters for the long term. With every flight, the King airplanes carry not just Filipino hopes, but the spirit of international teamwork. Traditional patrols are important, but they have limits. Ships cannot see past the horizon. Helicopters have short fuel tanks and are easily slowed by storms. Air surveillance with planes like the King Air changes everything. From the sky, a single plane can spot dozens of ships across thousands of square kilometers. Real-time video can be sent to command centers. Officers on the ground can direct patrols immediately, based on what the plane's cameras see. No more waiting for reports or losing evidence. Every incident can be recorded and used in court or international talks. Speed is another advantage. The King Air can reach trouble spots in minutes, not hours. Whether it's a distress call from fishermen or an unknown vessel approaching, the Coast Guard now has the power to respond fast. Air surveillance is not just about seeing more, it is about acting smarter. Information becomes the strongest weapon, one that saves lives and protects the nation's interests. Some may ask, why give these planes to the Coast Guard and not the Navy? The answer is simple. The Coast Guard's mission is peace, safety, and law enforcement. It is not about war, but about protecting people and laws at sea. These planes help the Coast Guard patrol waters, rescue lives, and enforce rules without aggression. The Coast Guard works with fishermen, local officials, and regional neighbors. It helps keep shipping lanes safe and responds to disasters. Its focus is always on service, not conflict. Giving these planes to the Coast Guard shows the world the Philippines values peace and international law. The King Airs are tools for monitoring, not for fighting. They help gather evidence, support prosecutions, and keep everyone honest. By leading with the Coast Guard, the Philippines sets an example in the region. Strength can come from protecting, not provoking. The arrival of the King airplanes is a turning point. For fishermen, it means safer trips and quicker rescues. For children, it means dreams of flying and serving the country. For the nation, it means a future where technology and teamwork protect every island. Visibility is power. When the Coast Guard can see every corner of the sea, everyone feels more secure. Smugglers think twice. Illegal fishers know they are watched. Allies want to cooperate more, seeing the country's commitment to peace and order. This upgrade is an investment in more than machines. It is an investment in the nation's future, one that brings pride, hope, and unity. The Philippines is ready to protect, cooperate, and lead among its neighbors. As the King airplanes take to the sky, the whole country rises with them, lifting its vision, its confidence, and its promise to defend what matters most.